one's expression. The copper, the iron, the silver, the imagination. And the heart is the gold. All I want is the nickel. All I want is the nickel. I want nothing more than a nickel mine. Nothing more. You give me a nickel, and I say that's all I need. Because in Canada, one side of the nickel is a beaver. And I want one that can live under the covers and over the covers and put in, I'll give her 2.5 times my 2 cents of the word, because that's what I see the value in this numerological situation of thought. Giving the nickel, having the beaver, representation of the woman living above and below, value of 2.5. 1 plus 2.5, 6 minus 2.5, living at 3.5. That is the woman. I'll give you 2 cents, a penny for your thoughts. But when you get the nickel, you get the woman on the nickel. Sometimes you get the queen on the back, sometimes you get Rex, right? But if you really think about it, it's all about what's happening, the reality. I wish I can take my head out and put it on a plate or in your computer so you can see. As I do relationships and words, letters, sounds, what things do when they're said, if you put it, process it a little bit further, and this is what the nickel tells me. And it's not only that, it's also part of a wig. What is above, what is below, putting the wig on, because the beaver is also a wig. You have a raccoon head, a beaver head, you know. And this gesture of me saying this is because if you really look, the American nickel, okay, and the Canadian nickel, they actually look the same at a certain distance from your eye. They're both flat, sitting on top of something, right? Did you see the beaver? He goes under, and the water is flat, okay, and above is over. Over is a sound of round. It can be under, he goes under, and he goes over. So that's round up there and round up here. World's round, but the whole thing is, he lies flat on top of the round. He lies flat on top underneath the beaver's dam. Something to do with the nickel. 2.5. You don't have 3 parts of nickel. You have 5 parts to a nickel. You have 4 parts to a nickel. That's the sun. 1.25 memory of Mars brings me to that nickel. 4 times 1.25. 2 times 2.5. 2 times 1.25. 6.25. 41 times 6.25 is 25,625. Plus 290 is 25,920. All part of the greater connection. All the numbers must link in matrix. They all must. When you go and look at the pixels, that's what the biggest and smallest pixels actually look like. When you go to the smallest pixel, it's no longer actually, it becomes square. Because it does. It's a pixel over a pixel over a pixel. You can put all the round ones you want. But unless you cover the area that's missed, the area must be covered that's missed. Right? Easier covered with a square fully than a round. Anyways, relevant to the fact. Did I even start this video? Oh, I did. Thank God. Thank you for watching.